Hey everybody, Max Kevin here. It's the Cutie Podcast. Not too long. Did you guys watch the big game? The big game this week and the huge game. The huge worldwide. Everybody's watching it. Did you watch it? Yes, that's right. I'm talking about Starcraft 2. There was a giant Starcraft 2 tournament. Starcraft 2 Katowice? Katowice? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's one of those. It's in one of those languages that no one cares about, because it's only spoken by white people. There was a big. I don't know if you guys maybe you guys were watching UFC or the Super Bowl this weekend, but I was watching Starcraft 2 tournaments. 3 days, 30. They had 30 hours of entertainment, 30 hours of pure entertainment. You can watch Starcraft 2. Congratulations to Oliveira, the Chinese. I think he's the first Chinese champion of this specific contest. He beat Maru, classic Terran matchup. He beat him 4-1. Man, Maru, he used to be the best. He's been dethroned. He's been dethroned by China. I think Oliveira, no one was even talking about him. Because he's Chinese. No one wants to talk about the Chinese. He's not even Korean, You got to be Korean if you want to be in these tournaments here. But, that was a great tournament there, It was sad to see Cyril he didn't even make it to the Final Four, Same thing with Rainer. The old Zerg boys. The old Zerg boys are out. Couldn't even make it to the Final Four. It's about the Protoss and Terrans. If anyone knows what I'm talking about right now, it was an exciting weekend for you top nerds. I was watching that. They were doing like the live broadcast or whatever of this tournament, and they go to the audience there, and it's just all neckbeard dudes. That's all. Like everyone in there had like long beard, long hair, all dudes. I think I specifically tried to look for women. There was probably like 2 women for every 5,700 men. I think there was 2 women in the whole goddamn thing. Oh man, what a sausage fest! I mean, seriously though, like I love me some Starcraft too, but it's like, hey, you want to go to this thing where you're gonna watch like young Korean teenagers battle it out? I don't know about that. I don't think that's gonna get us any clout with the women. Of course, everyone was watching UFC Super Bowl, the real men. After the Starcraft 2 tournament was finished, everyone was watching UFC Super Bowl. Of course, UFC was great. I won both my bets. Fuck yeah, dude. Yair Rodriguez kicking Emmett. Those kicks, those dirty kicks, those look painful to watch, man. Just watching, especially against Emmett's body, because he's such a little white boy. Like anytime he gets, that's the problem with being like a albino white boy. In the fight game, like you get red and purple easily when people punch you. So it looks like you're a lot more damaged than you are, just because you don't have any melanin. That's not fair. But oh man, yeah, I definitely should have put $500 on Yair Rodriguez, man. I thought there was like the odds were, it should have been plus 300 for Emmett there, Yair Rodriguez just looked great there. Of course, he's gonna fight. He might fight Volkanovski sometime this year for the 145 belt. I like his chances. I think Volkanovski's probably still gonna win there, but Yair. He's kind of a different style than the other strikers. He's more reckless, more creative. He does a lot of kicks there. Like Max Holloway doesn't really kick too much. So that should be a very interesting fight. Especially because Volkanovski's getting older. And Yair Rodriguez is in his prime, and he put up a really good fight against Max Holloway. Of course, they're gonna have Max Holloway's gonna fight Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen is another prospect. So I wonder if he beats Max Holloway, he might have next. He might have next after the unification fight. Of course, Justin Tava knocked out fan favorite Parker the Porker with a fat penis porter, quadruple P, won that bet too. Those are easy bets, man. Easy money. Should have bet more money. Oh well. Yeah, of course. A lot of. That Volkanovski versus Makhachev fight. I thought Makhachev took it 1-2-4. 1-2-4. A lot of people are, especially Joe Rogan, think Volkanovski won. I'm not so sure about that one. I think definitely Makhachev took round 1 and round 4. Round 2 and round 3 could probably be debated. Even round 5, I was watching it the second time there. Even round 5, I feel like. Definitely Volkanovski should have won that round, but I could see people making a case that Makhachev won that round because before Volkanovski got the knockdown, he took some huge hits, man. He took some bonkers to the face there, and also as far as damage there, I think Volkanovski had more significant strikes, but like the damaging strikes, which I say the UFC should definitely incorporate in their statistics, or they haven't yet. Damaging strikes. Makhachev had much more damaging strikes during that fight, man. Yeah, man, those knees. God, Makhachev's knees to Volkanovski's head. Oh, man, that's going to give him some concussions, dude. That's going to slow down his reaction time for the rest of his life. Those knees to the head that he took. Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah, Volkanovski took some serious damage in this fight there, I don't know. I mean, I think that's one reason why he's been able to have such a long MMA fight, and he's been still doing good even though he's 34 years old, is that he hasn't taken too much damage. But oh man, this fight he took quite a bit of damage there. He took some knees to the head there. Oops. So I don't know there. I'm cheering for him though. A rematch would be good. A rematch would be fun. But of course, there's a lot of can't be holding up the division. There's a lot of guys at 155. What about Beneil Dariush? That guy deserves a title shot. What about all the other boys at 155, Like, I don't know. The other guys. And of course, the 145 guys, we got Yair, we got Arnold Allen. Those guys want a shot, too. Come on, Volk, you can't be double champ, dude. Of course, he definitely wants to be double champ, but, anyway, those are interesting for us. Of course, we had the Super Bowl. You guys watch the Super Bowl with your friends? You drink your nachos? You drink your pizza? You'd be like, oh my God, I love watching football and eating pizza. And nachos. Oh, God, I love it, I was watching it over here, 8:30 a.m., Woke up to watch that game, and I was thinking about betting over 25 points for the Eagles and over 52.5 points total score, but I didn't bet either of them. But I should have, because it was a very high-scoring game. I think might have been one of the high-scoring games, one of the high-scoring Super Bowls. I feel like the highest scoring Super Bowl was like 70-something points, and this one had 73 points. 73 points. It might have been maybe number 1 or number 2 highest scoring Super Bowl there. Yeah, it was a fun game, It's a fun, interesting game there. Back scoring lots of points. The one team scored a points, and then the other team scored a points, and then they scored a points, and then the other team. Of course, there was some controversial calls there. There's some controversial calls everyone's talking about. I don't know if people are going to be talking about, but it's like, what is a catch there, It's like a couple of those, I disagreed with both of the not the challenges, but like they reviewed 2 plays in the first half there, where like the one dude on the Eagles caught the ball and then went out of bounds. He kind of bobbled it, but I don't know, it looked like he caught it. He had control with both hands in there. I think I think they did keep that one. But I don't know. I can't remember exactly. I was too busy eating pizza, nacho, buffalo wings, And I'm trying to think. There was one call. Maybe not a call there, but anyway, I remember watching it. My lady friend comes in because she had to work. It's Monday morning, so she has to work. She has to come in there, and that's like right when Mahomes injures his ankle there, and it kind of looks like, he's walking off the field. It's like this second quarter is about to end there, and he's limping off the field. Doesn't look like. And I'm just watching. I'm like, oh, this game's over, dude. If he's out, Mahomes is out. This game's over, dude. This game's over, dude. No Mahomes. But then, of course, I don't know what happened during the halftime there. While Rihanna was shaking her ass, I guess they pumped up Mahomes full of painkillers. Like, all right, Mahomes, I know you can't. I know your ankle's broken. You can't. You feel that? We're just gonna pump you full of drugs here because this is the Super Bowl. All right, you don't mind? He's like, no, coach, I don't mind. It's the Super Bowl. Just give me that shit that doesn't make me feel anything. Doesn't make me feel any empathy for my fellow man. Give me that shit, So I don't know what exactly they did to him to the half there, because he was looking seriously injured. I don't know if they did they put his ankle in a cast or whatever. I don't know what exactly happened there, but he came out to play second half. He had a good second half there too. Didn't really seem too detrimented. Is that a word? Is that a verb? I mean, detrimental is an adjective, but is the verb detriment? To detrimentate. To detrimentalate. Anyway, whatever that verb is, He didn't seem too hindered. That's a better word. He didn't seem too hindered by his ankle there. Of course, I think what really won the game for the Chiefs there is that one special teams guy that ran back the punt for like 80 yards. That was a great return there. Then I can't really remember. I wasn't really paying too much attention. The main was because I don't really care about either of the teams. My boys, the Chargers, they lost. So I was just kind of watching the commercials. Making some notes on the commercials. These hot Super Bowl commercials. They're kind of boring this year. I don't know. There's really nothing entertaining. Usually the Super Bowl has like a lot of movies, a lot of hot new movies. I remember like that's when I first saw the Matrix trailer. I was like, oh my god, the Matrix. What is the Matrix? That looks like fucking awesome. Oh my god, Keanu Reeves, look at him, he's dodging bullets. Oh my god, what is the Matrix.com? But this one, I guess they just had like they had Guardians of the Galaxy, don't really care. They had Ant-Man, don't really care. Do they have any other movie? I don't know, there was no, I guess they had The Flash. They're all superhero. I don't give a shit about that. There's no one makes any goddamn good movies anymore. Anyway. Of course, one of the first commercials. I guess like the very first commercial. I guess they start charging $1 million per second is like after the kickoff there. But right before the kickoff, I saw this commercial for some medication for hot flashes. It's great. This lady was going around interviewing middle-aged women. They're like, hey, are your tits on fire? I'm like, yeah, my tits are on fire. It's like, oh, you should call your doctor and ask him about this medication. Okay, I'll do that. Oh, thanks, this is good. No, that's for the I guess most people watching the Super Bowl are middle-aged women going through burning tit syndrome, and they need some. I thought that was an interesting commercial. It's kind of over here in Japan they have like they have commercials for like vacuum cleaners and stuff, but in America, we don't have any laws really against advertising, against medication or whatever. So you get a lot of interesting medication advertisements in America, about hot flashes. Anywho, you know what else I noticed is that there was a big commercial for avocados, Mexican avocados. They're like, oh, everyone loves guac. Are you eating nachos right now? Don't you want some guacamole for your nachos? Are you eating pizza right now? Have you ever tried guacamole on your pizza? Are you eating hot wings right now? You ever have guacamole flavored hot wings? Are you drinking a margarita right now? You got to put an avocado in your margarita. Are you drinking beer right now? You ever have an avocado beer? Get avocados. You get them from Mexico. And I know what's interesting about that is I've heard that the avocado industry in Mexico is completely run by the drug cartels. So basically, we saw a commercial for a drug cartel during the Super Bowl. That was amazing. Of course, there was Alicia Silverstone. She was doing her Clueless. She's like, remember I made this movie 30 years ago? Don't you guys remember that? Remember I made this movie 30 years ago? You remember that, right? All right, Zoro. Zoro's not shutting up. Zoro, shut up. Zoro, shut up. Yeah, Alicia Silverstone, she's still hot. How old is she, right? She's got to be like 50-something. That's what I was thinking. She's still pretty hot. You know what? And else she takes baths with her like 12-year-old son. They take baths together. That kid's gonna grow up. He's gonna have some problems, I think. Because, if I was taking a bath with my hot mom, I'd be like, you're Alicia Silverstone. You're still hot, yeah. Of course, I saw another commercial for the some diabetes management tool. You test it. You put it on your arm there. And it reads your blood sugar, That's good. That's good. That shows the improvement of America, right? As a country, Like back when my mom's diabetic, right? Type 1, Back when I was a kid, it's like not many people really knew what that was, Like diabetic, what's that, But now everybody knows because there's so many goddamn type 2 diabetics in America because everyone's so goddamn fat and can't spit out all their goddamn nachos and pizza, So everyone's got diabetes. Now while they're watching the Super Bowl getting fatter, they're just like, oh God, I need my diabetes. I need a new medicine. Oh, good thing I saw this commercial. I can manage my diabetes so I can not die. I can be a fat, lazy fuck for a few more years. Oh, great. I love diabetes. Anyway. You know what was a great commercial? You know what was the best commercial? Was for the Bass Pro Shop. It's a very classic commercial, None of this, like, modern, I don't know what you would call it, trying to be entertaining, trying to be funny, trying to be clever. It was just a classic. It was just like, oh, you like fishing, huh? Come into this Bass Pro Shop, all right? We filmed this commercial using cameras from the 1980s. So that was great. Let's see, what else was there? Oh, there was Popcorners. I don't know if you guys saw that one. It was the Breaking Bad guys, you know, Jesse and Walter White from Breaking Bad, you know. They're like, oh, we're not selling meth anymore. We're selling popcorners, you know, because they're addicted. Because it's like it's junk food. It's addicting. Junk food is addictive as meth, you know. So we can make more money. So is that really good? Is that what they want to advertise in their commercial? There is like our junk food is, you're going to be so addicted to it that it's going to be like meth, you know, and you're not going to be able to stop eating it. You're going to need more of those diabetes medication pretty soon if you keep eating. If you keep eating our chips, you're going to be a fat fuck because it's addictive. It's more addictive than meth. It's like, I don't know. I feel like that. I feel like eating those popcorners. That's what I feel like doing, man. 7 flavors they got. I want to eat that shit. Looks delicious. Yeah, there was one commercial that was like, shop like a billionaire. I think everyone in America hates billionaires. What are you doing? You can't shop like a billionaire. What? And if I was just shopping like a billionaire, I wouldn't do it on some goddamn website like an Amazon-style website. You know what? I'd buy an island. Like Jeffrey Epstein, you know? Just import all these 13 and 14-year-old Romanian girls. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I definitely wouldn't do that. I'd donate it all to charity. I'd donate all my money to charity, to helping inner-city kids learn how to read and write. Of course, it was Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl thanking Canada for some alcohol. I don't know. Is Dave Grohl Canadian? Is he? Because if he isn't, then he just sold out. He sold out to Canada. He sold out to goddamn Canada. Oh, thanks, Canada. Thanks for maple syrup and Michael J. Fox. And thanks for I don't know. God, I fucking hate Trudeau. You know, anyway, yeah, I like the, actually, I kind of, you know, it's like Rihanna. I don't really care about Rihanna. Like any, I wasn't really looking forward to the halftime show there. I like music where people play instruments, you know. It's not very popular anymore, but I enjoy music where people play instruments. But anyway, you know, she, yeah, I kind of liked her. I liked her show there, her little halftime show. You know, they kind of set it up. It reminded me of like Mario Brothers, you know, had like little platforms. She was like flying through the air, you know. You know what I was thinking about watching that? I was like, oh god, I hope one of those. Hope there's not some accident. Can you imagine if one of those wires snapped or something, and she just fell off that platform to her death? That'd be tragic. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I kind of like that little setup they had there. You know, I kind of like the costumes. I like the costume design there. You know, the red, white, and you know, of course, Jack White of the White Stripes. All his music videos are always red, white, and black. And that's all he ever wears is red, white, and black because he says that's all you need is red, white, and black. Those are the 3 primary colors for expressing all human emotion, red, white, and black. And of course they had red and white, but they didn't have any black on on their uniforms there. I guess the black part was all of the people dancing. You know, anyway, let's see. You know, there's something I really hate whenever I watch like coordinated dancing. I don't know, something's wrong with me. I think I really hate coordinated dancing for some reason. Like when you got like 100 people doing the exact same dance, there's something that really bothers me about that. I don't know what it is. I just get triggered by it. I just fucking hate when people are doing coordinated dances. I don't know. Like when you know, like those New Zealand people do the haka. I fucking hate that shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? That looks fucking dumb. Why are you guys doing all that? You're sticking your mouth out. You're sticking your tongue out like that. All right, no one wants to see that shit. I don't know. I think something's wrong with me. I coordinated dancing. I don't know. It's like, what? Like, I remember when I was living in this share house over here in Japan, one of the dudes there, he was like, he wanted to be a dancer. You know, he was always like practicing dancing. Like, that was what he wanted to do. He wanted to be like a dancer, you know. I was like, is that a real job? You can do that? You can just dance around and shit? You can't, that's not a productive job. You need to work in a coal mine or something. Okay, we need some goddamn energy. right? You can't hook up my battery to you shaking your ass, all right? Anyway, I need to think about this more, because I really do hate coordinated dancing. I don't know why. It just really bothers me. Ever since I fucking hate Britney Spears for making it popular. I don't know if Britney Spears made it popular specifically, but it definitely, people stopped playing instruments and they just started having coordinated dancers. And it's like, what? Come on, get the fucking dancer off the stage. I want to see someone playing the goddamn guitar. Anyway, okay. One final thing. They had, they were showing people all over. They're like, everybody around the world likes watching football. Look at us. Look at all these different cities. Look at all these different people in different cities. They're all watching football. Even though that's probably not exactly true, but some of the Kansas City Chiefs fans were doing the Tomahawk chop. Atlanta Braves also do the Tomahawk chop there. I don't know if you guys ever seen that. It's like you just sort of move your hand up and down, like as though it was an axe or something. It's called the Tomahawk chop, and you go oh 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 as you're doing the Tomahawk chop there. And I guess Kansas City Chiefs are doing that too. And the Atlanta Braves doing that too, and they show these, they're showing these people from all over the world watching the Super Bowl there, and they're showing the Germans there, and the Germans are doing the Tomahawk chop there, and I'm like, whoa, Germany, all right, you can't. I mean, we're allowed to do it in America, because we haven't ever destroyed our country with hand signals, I mean, you guys kind of destroyed the whole world with those hand signals you were doing, back in WW2, can't be doing those hand signals like that. Anyway, thanks for listening. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.